back at the Honda engine. It runs smooth, great engine. And it's so great, when I was going to start it, this is the pull rope handle. First pull, boom, broke the rope. So I guess that gives us another fix it. I got 10mm socket here on my drill with the adapter, and just break this loose. I've done this before, never on a Honda, so we'll see what happens. One nice thing I see here is that you have access to the pull rope. If I recall, the brakes and Strattons that I've worked on, you have to take this whole shroud off and then you work on it on the other side. It looks like I should be able to work on it right here. I should be able to just wind the rope up. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. Okay, so 3 screws, and this is the tedious part. And yes, it is the tedious part. I'm going to take a screwdriver. I was going to use this to poke the rope through the handle, but I'm going to try to hold this spring. Okay. So this is actually pretty nice here, that you can get to this with only 3 bolts. That's really nice. So it was winding up. Well, I'm thinking that the tension, when the rope broke, it relieved all the tension off of that spring. But maybe not. It still feels like it's got some. If I could get that rope to roll around and push it out, that might be tricky. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a lighter and try to melt this in, so it'll be easier to push through. Might not be able to do this, it's a little windy. Oh yeah, it's going nicely. Okay. Almost did that with my hand. That would have been fun. There we go. Still soft, so should still be able to push it through. Let's see how many turns we can make. It actually gets kind of tight right there, but I'm going to go ahead and let that go in, and I'm going to try to turn this maybe 3 rounds. It kind of sounded like the spring slipped, but hopefully not. Maybe there's, I'm not sure what kind of mechanism's in there. That was 2 rounds. Trying to fish that rope back through there with my. Okay, and I've got some small needle nose that works really well too for all kinds of projects. I still don't have enough tension, I think. That's really not a whole lot of pull. may have to pull that spring mechanism apart. I hope not. That can really be a pain. But I don't know why it's, even though I made 2 rounds, it's like that spring slipped. So it may have came out of its little catch or whatever. It may just be slipping in there. Yeah, I don't. Once you take this apart, the spring tends to go everywhere. Yeah, it's not winding up. So. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to bring this over to the work table and see if we can work on it over there. Alright, so this is a spring, so I got my eye protection on. I don't like to lose an eye for a Honda motor. I might need that for a long time. So, man, something got me. This thing is awfully tight. Alright, now it's coming. So, I guess I really gotta be careful. That thing flies off and coming. There's a spring on this part as well. Get a little extension. Get an extension that way I can get my hands on it to work it by hand without that ratchet. Okay, got our little plate and the bolt, and then there's a spring. There's a spring inside there that goes around that bolt. Set that over here. Now, when you pick this up, you can just get ready. Yep. There's the spring. And I don't know how that happened without coming apart. But that spring needs to catch on the inside right here. See, I should be able to stick this back in there and that catch on that lip. Might be a good time to get another rope too. Because it's already failed once. I'm going to get some more rope. Got our new rope here. I'm going to try this paracord. It should be pretty tough. I'll have, I don't know, what is that, 1/4 inch? Pair of rope's probably 3/16. It's a little, so it might have probably has a higher breaking strength. Let's see. Got my little junk drawer here. Everybody's got to have a good junk drawer. And I've got my razor knife in there. Alright, so back to my junk drawer. I'll take my lighter and just kind of mount that tip down so it doesn't unravel. Don't do that with your bare hands. Good way to burn yourself. Only know from experience. A nice feed on there. Alright. Let's go ahead and melt those down. I like them to melt down together. Well, that's where you burn yourself. You rub that across your skin. Alright, so we got that all fixed up. And see if we can make this hold in here. I wonder if a figure 9 would hold it. I think it will. You know what? Maybe I was just going the wrong way. That's what it was. Took all this off because I was going the wrong way. Before I lose this, because it is definitely getting tighter. So we've got something. I'm going to put my my cover plate. I'm going to try to put the cover plate back on. Trying to make sure I got this thing in here right. Because there's little dog ears that engage on the crank when that spring is pulled. So if you don't have that little plate in the right position, then those dog ears will not engage. So that's what I'm talking about right here. That's this sitting around that end piece that's on the crank. So it engages when you pull and disengages when you let go of the pull rope. So I've got that snug back there. I'm going to put a little bit more torque on here. I like to have a good pull rope return. And it's got to be able to line up all this string. So. Let's go around. Let's see if I can make it one more time. And you don't have to put this rope in, but it was easy. I had it all, so it was easy to retie. And then you don't want to feed it through there because you're winding it around. So now I'm going to feed it through there like that. And use my razor. I'm going to stick my razor knife through here. And that's going to hold it, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to tie my handle onto this end. Got my handle, so you should just be able to pull that out. Got a knot there. And I'm going to feed the rope back through the handle. Very basic. And I'm going to try another figure 9 here. in there, get my gloves back on. See if we got enough. Yeah. Okay. See how those dog ears engage? Perfect. So, lesson learned. I was turning it the wrong way. I probably could have just turned it the right way and then retied the handle. But I got a nice paracord rope. So hopefully, I don't know how well, I'm sure that it's probably going to wear pretty good, so we'll see. Got it all fixed up, so let's get it back on and we'll be ready to crank our compressor up. Alright, so I wanted to make mention of something and I thought I would try it, but I actually got this pretty quickly. And that's if you have your pull rope and you have another string or rope, you can actually take this notch right here and wrap your rope around that, put a knot in the end of your rope and stick it in the knot on the inside, wrap it around several times and pull start it that way. I don't know if that's just a design that the manufacturers put in here. Somebody may know that, but my dad used to have a welding machine and he didn't have the handle and all this with the spring mechanism. I guess it broke. I'm sure the thing was real old. How they say that, oldie but goodie. But that's just something else. If you really need to get this going, you know, in a hurry, and or this breaks or something, you can take a rope with a knot, wrap it around there, and pull start it. So something to keep in mind. The dog ears, when we pull that out, it catches over here around the outside. So I'm going to set my torque. About 10 would be good. I'm going to go on up to 15. Okay. Now, the test.